Hello and welcome back to Mindfulness Mondays. We're back on track. And today we are going to look at the mindfulness practice of trust. I will be referring to my notes on this one. So if you see me looking down, you know what I'm doing. But trust comes into a lot of different areas that it can play out in. But a really big one is trusting yourself and your intuition. So I find this one a huge one. I know that in the past when I haven't trusted my intuition, things don't go well. So, I mean, if you want to reflect on that as well, think back to maybe a time when you haven't trusted your intuition. You know, you knew your gut was telling you something and you ignored it anyway. It generally doesn't turn out well. So trusting, when we look at this principle, it's not about naively trusting other people when perhaps we shouldn't be. It's about learning to trust yourself. And your body is a great reminder that we can trust ourselves. If you think about it, if you think about the fact that it breathes on its own. We don't think about breathing every moment, every day. Our body just takes care of it. Our organs take care of themselves. They operate, they function to keep us alive. We see, if we can, most people can see, right? We see, we hear, we speak, we smell. Our senses remind us that we can trust the wisdom of our body, as complex as it is, to function and operate. So therefore, we know that there is a part of us that is trustworthy, right? If you're someone who maybe struggles with trusting yourself, we already have it inbuilt into us. And then once we see that, well, why can't we trust our mind, trust our hearts, trust our intuition? And then bringing awareness to it, bringing awareness to the times when you perhaps are not trusting in yourself. Okay, and again, we're not beating ourselves up about it. Mindfulness is never about that. It's just about raising awareness. So when we have the awareness and we learn to trust ourselves more, then we can extend it out. And like I said, we can extend it out to relationships, to other people, not naively, but hopefully you've got some other wisdom, sort of indicators, factors, skills that come into play there. So you're not naively trusting. And also, all of that, to me, builds a much bigger picture of if we can trust ourselves and we can trust our environment, we can trust, the old saying, the universe has your back, right? Trusting that the universe isn't out to get you. There's no conspiracy to make your life difficult. So then we can trust ourselves that when challenging times come along, because they do, they always do, we have what it takes within us to meet those challenges and to overcome and move through those challenges with as much grace and ease as is possible. So to me, that's the bottom line. That's what it comes down to. Why do I want to build trust as a mindfulness practice? Okay. Because there's so much wisdom, for a start, within us, within our intuition, within our own bodies, within our own minds, within our own hearts, and we often ignore it. And then, like I said, it enables us to move through life with more grace and ease, knowing that we can face every challenge that is presented to us. So it's a wonderful practice to bring awareness to. So it's a fairly short one today, but have a play with it, have a reflection, think about it, maybe do some journaling. You can always go into these videos deeper, get out, your notepads, and do some journaling. Where am I perhaps not trusting where I could be trusting? Just think about it. Reflect on the past. Think about your intuition. When you went against your intuition, How did that end for you? Does that mean that you probably can trust your intuition? So have a play. It's always an invitation to have a play. We're never going to suddenly click our fingers and master this overnight. And it's actually not what mindfulness is asking you to do either. It's just asking you to bring awareness and attention to it so you can move through life, like I said, with more ease and grace and understanding yourself better. And that's a evolving landscape. All right. Much love. As always, if you've got any comments or questions or feedback that you want to share, please pop them below and I will see you next Monday. Alrighty. Much love. Bye.